nigga.
Oh, yeah. New York City it is. Good evening, New York City. Greetings to the world. You're tuned in to Chirp About It Live. I am your host, Pat Sainville. I'd like to say Happy New Year to everyone out there and everyone in here. Well, we're broadcasting on the City World Radio Network in the great city of Manhattan, folks. Great city. And tonight we are back for the first time since before Christmas. And let me tell you, we have spectacular shows lined up for you for 2019. Rest assured, we have great shows lined up for you. Speaking of great shows, tonight we have a spectacular show. We have interesting, very funny show for you tonight. We have an interesting guest. He goes by the name of W.T. Ori in the house. Hello, Mr. Ori.
Hello and greetings to everyone.
All right, all right. We also have another funny character in the house. He goes by the name of Crackhead Greg. Welcome, Crackhead Greg. Well, you got to put your mic on. Can we get this man's mic on? Can we get this crackhead's mic on?
He sold the mic.
He sold the mic. Well, we also have Mr. Ian Bamberger, who is my little brother, my younger little brother, who's running behind schedule. So he'll be joining the team in just a little bit. Again, it is 2019, and I'm very excited about this year for the show. In fact, next week, the 15th, we'll be celebrating our 20th. That's coming soon as well. We'll be celebrating our second anniversary of the show, Chirp About It Live. So I'm really, really happy and excited about the progress and what's been happening with the show, Chirp About It Live. And I'd like to thank everyone who's been listening to the show from day one and even today. I'd like to thank you very much and so much for your support. And please continue to do so, and I promise that I will not disappoint. This show is for the community, for New York City, and for the entire world. And we will continue to represent ourselves that way. No question. All right. With that, I'll just say my thoughts and send my thoughts and prayers to the fireman, Stephen Pollard, who recently died, lost his life on Sunday as a hero in Brooklyn from trying to save some lives from a car crash. Crackhead, please, Greg, please join us.
Hey, this is not good. But hey, someone is a hero, and he definitely put his life on the line. He definitely was a great guy, and hey, Crackhead Greg, hey, I'm out here to tell y'all this that he definitely was a hero, and definitely prayers go out to his family. So I'm gonna let y'all know that I'm definitely thinking about him and his family.
No question.
All praises due to his family.
Yeah, there's no question about that. I mean, the guy put his life on the line. Not only these firemen, these police officers as well.
Right.
I always say they do get a bad rap, but a lot of them do mean good. And the bottom line is that they're putting their lives on the line no matter.
That's right.
The bottom line, they leave home every day. They have families, wives, children, mothers, brothers, sisters, and what have you.
That's right.
And this young man, at the age of 30,
right,
and was not even on the force for 2 years,
right,
and lost his life on the job.
That's right.
So again, my thoughts and prayers and my condolences go out to this fine, brave young man, fireman Steve Pollard. All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can reflect as being a child. There were, certain people like Batman or Superman as their heroes. My heroes always NYPD or
fireman.
Yeah, huh?
Fireman.
Didn't we always want to be a fireman when
I
we
wanted
were
to be a police officer.
officer?
Yeah, I wanted to be a police officer.
And I wanted Batman to get beat up.
Yeah, huh?
Right.
Well, that's for sure. All right, so that's that. Again, we will be celebrating Chirp About It second anniversary right here on the show next week, Tuesday. So we're going to have a big party here. We're going to have cake. We're going to have a lot of our previous guests on the show. So a lot of people are going to be here. So please join the party, whether you're at home, at the gym, in your car, or here live at the station, at the studio with us. Last year we had a fiesta. I was so surprised. We had about 75 people up here, which just surprised me, which means we have a lot of support. So I'm sure this time around we'll have maybe even double that amount of people. So I'm really proud of Chirp About It and the work that I've been doing along with my panel and the team. So it is what it is. All right, so let's cover well, in fact, we're actually celebrating Chirp About It. We're having a party on the 26th. All right, at a restaurant called Felix in Soho. That's on the 26th. It's my birthday is also coming up.
Okay.
The following week, so we're going to do a Chirp About It live birthday celebration and my birthday celebration at Felix on the 26th of January.
He said Felix, not feel me.
Don't feel him, crackhead.
Hey, don't you do that.
Oh, that's my pocket you're going in.
Hey,
hands down.
I need something to smoke. They call me Crackhead Greg. I need something to smoke. Okay.
After the show.
Okay. Now, look on the floor. Anything you find on the floor, it's mine.
I love it.
White, it's mine.
Well, just I know. Well, we had a lot of concern. I know a lot of New Yorkers, especially people in Canarsie and Williamsburg, had a lot of concern about the L train going out of service for 15 months.
Right.
But that obviously that is not the case as of last week. Governor Andrew Cuomo decided to change things around and partially shut down the L train instead of completely shutting it down, which is a sigh of relief for most of New Yorkers.
Well, there's a downside to that also. The highest rate of pocketbook snatching is actually on the L train. So if the governor's shutting it down in half, so it'll be half of the pocketbooks will be snatched.
well, what it is, it'll be Ian Bamberger in the house. My younger brother, little brother,
roll out the carpet.
Oh yeah, Ian Bamberger, boy, he's back.
Watch out!
There we are. We're all back. The team is back. So, what it is the L trains for you guys that are listening out there. Late at night, they'll shut down late at night and on the weekends, but it will not completely be shut down 100%. Right. And I know, Ian, you would have been affected by the shutdown on the L train. Every day is a different problem. But you heard about that, this new announcement that they're not going to shut down 100% anymore for 15 months. Makes sense. Yeah. Is your mic on, by the way? Also, folks, if you'd like to call in live on the show with your chirps or for any questions for the panel, please call 646-690-2976, 646-690-2976. Call in to chirp about your New York moments, thoughts, your opinions, or even call to, ask Crackhead Greg a question or Ian Bamberger.
Crackhead Greg, who's this?
Crackhead. I will sell it. Don't you put it down. Taking us
Crackhead Greg. Make a song about this.
Yeah.
Give me 1, give me 2, give me 3, give me 4. I'll come back for some more.
I love it. Also, speaking of the MTA, now, they're actually warning people from walking through the train cars. Very dangerous. Last year, 2018, a total of 7 people lost their lives from walking through the cars. In fact, last month, December, 4 people. Out of that 7, 4 people last month, December 2018, died. Right, so, folks, come on.
So they fall underneath and get run over.
Whatever happens, mangled. I don't know. It's crazy. It's scary, though.
Yeah.
So they're announcing it all over the place. So this is a New York City show. I will announce it here on the show. New Yorkers, please do not walk through those cars. Stay on the train. If you need to get off, wait till the next stop. All right? Save your lives. Come on. That's serious business here.
Something that's crazy is you have a lot of people who are like maybe performing on the train.
Yeah.
Or they're asking for money on the train, and then as the train's moving,
they go to
the next car.
Yeah. It's bad.
It's scary.
It's very scary.
But they say you can't really walk. You're supposed to walk thugh the train because you can get a ticket. If a police officer see you get a ticket, but the ticket ain't like a life is like if you get a ticket, but you fall in the train, it's like your life is gone.
No tickets.
No tickets.
No tickets to that place. You have a ticket to heaven or a ticket down south.
Ticket to heaven. Oh my goodness, I love the show already. I'm telling you, 2019.
I miss you, Pat. It's been a while.
We're gonna have such a great year. Great year. I'm telling you, great year. Also, let's speak about the shutdown before we go into our round of chirps. All right. So obviously, we all know where tomorrow will be exactly 19 days since President Donald Trump shut down the government. All right. And tonight at 9 p.m., he will be addressing the American people on this situation. My take on this, I suspect this man will not budge whatsoever. So I don't know what the Democrats are going to do. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, I don't know. What do you think, guys? Because I don't believe this guy will budge.
Put his balls to the fire,
He's not going to budge. He's not going to budge. This is serious talk.
No.
He's not going to budge.
18 days? The longest shutdown we've ever had is 21.
Let me tell you.
So he's approaching that, and it's terrible. Also, I'm not going to rant, but I'm going to rant a little bit.
Yeah.
With this statistic that's been brought up a few times. Chris Wallace brought it up when he was talking to Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Sarah Huck, the other day. 4,000 individuals have been detained.
4,000.
But most of them through the airports. Now, with the government shutdown, who's not working?
Right. Well,
people. I mean, they're working with no pay.
No one's.
The TSA agents are now they're working with no pay.
Yeah.
And they're going to start taking days off. What are you going to do? How do you have your family if you're not getting paid?
Right.
With the government shut down, and the majority of the dangerous people.
Yep.
Dangerous. I don't even know, but the majority of people detained are through airports.
Yeah.
Not through the southern border. These are facts.
Yeah.
The wall is just Donald Trump's dick waving contest or whatever he's talking about.
What's your take on that, WT?
There's a reality check also. The American people voted him as president, so they may speak out against him in public, but who knows what they did in the voters' booth. So it
very
makes
true.
Me wonder,
I say that also.
This is what you protest in front of your friends. Like, I hate Donald Trump, but at night I love this guy. So somewhere he's representing the American people because he is our president. Love him or hate him.
Not in New York.
Not in New York.
Not in New York.
But at the end of the day,
thank God.
His politics is something.
Welcome home.
That's very awkward and unorthodox. Mm-hmm. But there was a time when I never thought that a black man would be president. It stunned me when Barack Obama became president. So if Barack Obama can become president, why couldn't someone like Donald Trump become president? This is the land of opportunity, the land of free speech. And granted, I'm not a Trump supporter, but I'm a constitutional supporter.
Sure. I mean, so he was elected through the Electoral College because he lost the popular vote. And like a lot of Trump supporters will be like, oh, well, those 3 million, several million votes were fake. Well, I don't believe that. But the Electoral College, the Midwest, this what is it? The silent majority. Mm-hmm. That's what they like to call it. They did vote for Trump. You're exactly right, and they voted him in, and I guess that's his base.
And that's who he's rooting.
Some Americans want that wall. My question is, why don't we build a wall in Canada as well? If we're protecting the integrity of the country, don't we have to fortify the entire country?
Well,
right.
Well, Canada. I mean, I get the president's point. I mean, we need to protect and secure our borders. I understand the philosophy behind that, but the way he's going about it, I think, is totally not good at all. Not good at all. Listen, it is a country. This is our country. We need laws. We need borders.
Sure.
I can't enter.
We have borders. We have
can't
laws.
enter it to Canada. I can't step into Canada without handing my passport, as an American. So I understand that. There are protocols, there are processes due. I get it. Well, we just need to come up with a system. I don't know if the wall exactly would be the answer, but according to him, that is the answer, and he's probably just going to go through with it, with or without us. So I don't know.
What is the main thing with the board? Is having people come into work, or is it the drugs that are coming into the country, or what is the core of his argument?
It's the people. It's the drugs. It's the drug
and
dealers,
the violent
rapists,
criminals that come
violent
through.
Criminals, the gang MSG or MSG.
MS-13.
MSG. Is that something we use?
MSG. That's in Chinese food.
Shows you what I know about gangs, huh?
Crackhead. Put the stem down.
Crackhead.
Hey.
I think crackhead.
Give him that lighter.
That is mine, babe. Put it back. I told you before, put it back.
All right. You know what? With that, I think it's about that time to do what we do best, which is liven up the show and talk about it. All right, folks, these comments you're about to hear are real comments from real New Yorkers, your mothers, your brothers, your sex partners, your train conductors, your crackhead judges. Also, folks, if you'd like to call in with your chirps live on the show, please call 646-690-2976. Jane, give us some of that toot and Ian Bamberger. Do you want to kick it off?
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
This is Marco from Clinton Hills.
First chirp of the year.
First chirp of the year. Marco, it's a pleasure. Almost slipped on a banana peel stepping out of my door this morning. So that's how 2019's playing it? Straight up vaudeville. Alrighty then. Or like Jim Carrey. Alrighty then.
Yeah. That's like a comedic joke in a way.
Yeah, that's cool.
Vaudeville.
Marco.
All right. Well, I guess that's the way you want to start off 2019. Who's the chirper, by the way? Marco.
All right,
well,
Hills.
thanks for that chirp, Marco. We love him. Keep him coming at chirpaboutit.com. All right,
Marco.
with that, Mr. Guest, W.T. Ori, what do you have to chirp about this evening?
Oh, my God, you're going to hate these. These are not my reading glasses. I am going back and forth, so let me find something simple. With the L train shutdown not happening, it's safe to, what's that word, crackhead? Is that extend?
Extend. That's what it is. Extend.
Extend the reach of your dating apps into Williamsburg again.
That's a good chirp.
That's Kevin from Williamsburg.
All right, Kevin, I get that chirp. All right, well, now I guess, there's transportation going into Williamsburg soon to be. So
let me say something on the crackheads' defense.
Hey.
There was a time where the best crackheads were in Williamsburg, and the most beautiful crackheads live in Williamsburg.
Is that true?
Now you're telling me I ain't beautiful?
All right, with that crackhead, Greg, what do you
You got a radio face.
Well, this is Tanya. This is Tina. Tina from Bushwick. It says when you wake up at 8 a.m. in the morning because someone is installing floors. It says this shit is just not right. She says that this is just totally not right. Somebody installing floors. That ain't right.
On a
now.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
It's a Sunday. You should be resting on a Sunday morning and installing floors. Couldn't they do that on the Saturday or during the day while you're at work?
That's the landlord's fault. I mean, the landlord's allowing that, right?
Shame on you, landlord. Shame on you. Well, thanks for that.
Get shit together.
Well, thank God, Tina, you can vent on the show. Chirp About It live. We love them. Keep them coming. All right, with that Ian Bamberger, what do you have?
Oh, this is Food Boy from Hell's Kitchen. Food Boy, wherever you are. I hope you're serving the food. I hope it's delicious. I hope you chirp again, Food Boy. Food Boy says this. Hell's Kitchen Food Boy. How is salmon pastrami a land-loving option? It's fish. Hashtag get your facts straight. Only in New York City. Wait a minute. Salmon pastrami.
What is salmon pastrami?
Now,
anyway?
is it lox, which is smoked salmon, with pastrami, or is it like a...
Wow, that's it. That's something to think about.
Has anyone had salmon pastrami on this panel right now?
Salmon pastrami? My God.
Sounds disgusting.
Didn't you have that in your shoe last week, crackhead?
I saw it.
All right, well, we're going to figure that one out. Salmon pastrami.
Save some for me.
I hope someone out there has the answer.
Served with two.
Well, it's fish. Jams. So salmon pastrami is fish.
Salmon is fish. Pastrami is beef.
It's beef.
All right,
well, beef. I got beef when I go back to the hood. I smoked it all. They're going to beat me up.
All right, well, we'll take that from Food Boy.
Yeah, what's up, Food Boy?
Hey, Aubrey, what do you have to chirp about? We'll do one more round of chirps.
I got a good one. I cleared my eyes now. Get out my pocket, crackhead.
Hey, you owe me $20.
You'll get it after the show.
All righty.
Please, Napoleon Bonaparte, Bloomberg, do not run for president. You had your run in politics for 3 terms. Please give your $100 million to charity, like research for cancer or towards the border.
Who's
Mary from the Bronx?
Oh, Mary from the Bronx. Interesting.
Fascinating, to say the least. That's the BX speaking.
Yeah.
Maybe we should put a border around the BX.
You know what? To your point, WT, people are on this man's side or this party's side silently. I mean,
Bloomberg?
You know who would? Well, yeah. I mean, just
border.
Republican side.
Border protection.
I mean, just WT's point, Mary from the Bronx. Kind of surprising, huh?
You know what's fascinating? If we juxtapose the situation for a section,
I don't know. You could be a Republican and not be a Trump fan.
Well, I believe Trump was a Democrat, and he jumped to Republican. If memory serves me correctly.
He was independent.
He jumped to where the dollar is.
Bloomberg as well. At one point.
Absolutely.
Trump already ran for president too.
I keep thinking about this border thing, and I think about I'm probably the oldest one in the room right now.
Give me 2. At one time,
absolutely. At one time, I believe that the Russians were the enemy of the United States, and then it became the Islamic community, and now it's the Mexicans. You know, it's the war on the Mexicans. And then when we see movies, if you look at it, it's a cultural phenomenon. You look at the movies, you talk about cartels and everything, and this is what's happening. And the Mexicans and the El Salvadorians, the Guatemalans that I know in my neighborhood are hard-working people. They work hard. They're diligent. Yeah. Their children are going to school. They're looking for a better life. What does America offer? A better life for our children.
Chirp about it, my man.
You know, everybody is not an embryo. It's not a bad hombre, Donald.
That's right.
100% agreed.
He chirped about it, that's for sure. All right, on that note, what do you have, Crackhead Greg?
Man, I'll tell you,
one
man.
more round of chirp.
I said, let's go out to my man Jay in Queens Village. It says, only in New York where you can say to people to remind them to say thank you. You know what I mean? They say, he says, you know what I'm saying? He want to remind people when you say something to somebody, it's only in New York where they can't say you're welcome to people. This is to remind them to say thank you. So I got to remind people to say thank you. So I never say thank you, but you got to remind people to say thank you. So if I open the door for somebody, they don't say thank you. I say, excuse me, you ain't say thank you?
Right.
So
well, maybe you should say you're welcome.
Queensville is right, but you got to remind people to say thank you. So,
it feels good to open up the door for
right,
people.
I don't know.
Crackhead Greg.
First of all, that happens to me numerous times. Where you go out of your way to really hold doors for someone, and you don't get that thank you. Kind of sucks. It really.
But then go after and be like, "Why didn't you say thank you?" I mean, that might not be the best.
Fuck you, thank you. It's about thank you.
Hey, where's your manners?
Crackhead Greg, I am absolutely impressed that you know how to read. Can you write also?
Watch your mouth. Give me $20. I'll tell you.
All right, now, Ian, what do you have? Do you have one more chirp? We're having such a great time on the show. I love it.
This is Melissa from Park Slope.
Oh, not the Slope. I lived there 3 times in my life.
Slope's nice. Only in New York City at 7:45 a.m. can you hear someone blasting Jim Croce's greatest hits on the N train.
Oh my God.
Bad,
Leroy Brown, baddest man in the whole damn town, better than a old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do that song. Why not? Ian?
I don't know the chords to it.
Oh, you don't know the chords to it?
Crackhead does.
Bad Leroy Brown,
Let's do it.
baddest
Man,
man in the whole damn
town.
Meaner than a junkyard dog. We don't need to know the words to sing along. Hip hop it. Bad.
Let's do it.
Bad.
All right, we'll get back to it.
All right, we're going to get back to that one.
Shit, that got me on.
Who's the chirper, by the way?
That's Melissa from Park Slope. Melissa from Park Slope. That's cool. That's a cool chirp.
Yeah, that's a cool chirp.
I could listen to Jim Croce at 7:45.
In the morning?
I'll listen to that instead of like a train screeching by.
That's true, too. I would agree with you. I would agree with you on that.
That's a guilt-ridden song. You come in, you spend all your money. Crackhead Greg took your stem and your lighter.
Hey, I broke it. Now you got to give me $2 for
And then you
another
have to
one.
explain to the kids why there's no Christmas.
You got to give me $2 for another one. I don't care.
Do we have another chirp before we take a break? All right, let's do it, OT. I'm sure you have one. One more.
Okay, let me.
He got his glasses on.
Okay. Some woman spilled coffee on my foot while fumbling to get her freaking laptop out.
Oh.
Then whined about what a way to start her day.
Ooh, okay.
Thanks for the wet, stained foot to start my day. Kelly, Hoboken.
All right, Kelly.
New Jersey in the house.
Yeah, New Jersey in the house. How about Ken?
Thank God the foot wasn't burnt by the coffee.
God, thank God. Yes.
Thank God someone didn't get murdered over that. I know people when you step on their Adidas, there's beef. And if there's beef, we knock out teeth.
What do you say, Crackhead Greg? Let's close out the chirps with Crackhead Greg. What do you say?
I say, hey, June from Chelsea said that these hill clicking women need to learn how to walk through the community hours. It says yes, but they're walking on New York City sidewalk. It says not the runway. They're walking on New York City sidewalk, but not the runway.
I get it.
It says they hope that they can cooperate. You know what I'm saying? Because they walked all over his feet, but you want to be models. I don't know.
I get it.
What the hell did Crackhead just say?
June
Well,
said
well,
basically
what it
he
is,
said that.
It's the young
Alice
lady.
in Wonderland with clicking her heels, right?
Yeah.
That's clicking her heels on the sidewalk or whatever,
It's
and
like-
you know what I'm saying. And this is not the runway, so he was upset that
Right.
she was walking
Just
with
slowing
clicking her
things
heels.
up.
Right,
Come on,
slow-
speed it
basic.
up.
There you go.
Take those
There you
stilettos
go.
off and put on some,
Yeah.
There you
some
go.
Crocs and get
don't
moving.
know.
Right?
There
All
it
right.
is. There it is. You got it just right.
There we go. All right, with that, we're going to move it right along, folks. That was our round of chirps. Hope you enjoyed. Please go on to my website, chirpaboutit.com. Continue to share your New York moments, thoughts, or opinions. If you'd like to hear your chirps live on the show, you should do so. Become a celebrity for a few seconds. Why not? All right, with that, we're going to take a lovely, interesting guest, I should say break, by Mr. Ian Bamberger.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's right. He's back.
All right, so before I kick it off with this song, I just want to say I've got 2 shows coming up right now. I've got a gig with Archer the Wizard, this outstanding hip-hop artist at WeWork in Dumbo, February 7th. You know, come out. There'll be food, delicious food, $5 a head. That's great. Bitter End, March 6th. That's what I'm doing. I'm hitting the studio soon, new music. This is an acoustic version of one of the songs I'll be recording. It's called Satisfied. You might have heard it before, but if you haven't, here it is.
Ian Bamberger, folks.
Yeah.
Chirp About It live.
Do it. Grab my hand as we fly to the sun, with no one to tell us how to come down. You and me could be together forever as we soar through the starry skies. 'Cause satisfaction, when you're with me, my pretty babe, anytime or any place.
Yeah.
Ride my rocket ship and blast off into outer space. Something for me, something for you to save a lonely face. Light my fuse, light my fire, burning through a galaxy of desire. You and me, speed of light, speed of sound, spinning round and round. 'Cause satisfaction, when you're with me, my pretty babe, anytime or any place. Ride my rocket ship and blast off into outer space. Something for me, something for you to heal a lonely face. Something for me, something for you to heal a lonely face. Babe, check ignition systems go. Blast off, boost your rockets now. Close your eyes, just let it go. 'Cause satisfaction, when you're with me, my pretty babe, anytime or any place. Ride my rocket ship and blast off into outer space. Something for me, something for you to heal a lonely face. Something for me, something for you to heal a lonely face. Something for me, something for you to heal a lonely face.
Yeah.
When you're with me.
Yeah.
Come on.
Ian Bamberger, folks. Ian Bamberger.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. This is Ed Lemo. Who is Ed Lemo and why should I listen? Ed Lemo is an attorney that is unique in that he gives consumers good, solid information about the law that will help protect them against irresponsible drivers, landowners, and doctors and hospitals who are negligent and cause you harm. Ed Lemo has been representing individuals against insurance companies since 1984. Ed Lemo limits his practice to accident, injury, and medical malpractice claims. You can find out more about me at my website at www.lemolaw.com. That's www.lemolaw.com, or you can reach me at 646-522-9082. So if you're injured in an accident or a victim of malpractice and you need a trial attorney who has experience in the courtroom and gets results, call Ed Lemo at 646-522-9082, or you can reach me at edwardlemo@yahoo.com. Or you can go to my website for further information, www.lemolaw.com. You'll be glad you did. Thank you.
All right, Ed Lemo, personal injury attorney. Beginning next week, you'll be hearing a new commercial from Mr. Ed Lemo. Yeah, Ed Lemo. Actually, next week you'll be hearing a few new commercials, which is great. All right, during our anniversary, Ian, you weren't here when I mentioned next week. Chirp About It Live, second anniversary.
2 years?
2 years, right here.
Damn.
Right here, same time, same place next week,
proud
Tuesday.
to be part of it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's going to be fun. Also, the show is brought to you by Accordia Shipping. For all of your shipping needs, please go on to accordiashipping.com. All right, for all of your shipping needs. All right, they'll help you out. Also, Chirpin' Chickens. All right, for tonight's meal, Chirpin' Chickens. Go on to their website, chirpinchickens.com, and download their app for a huge discount. Just mention the show. Chirpin' Chickens. Also, for tonight's dinner, Papa John's Pizza. All right, order a pie, order a slice. I don't know what you need to do, but just go on to papajohns.com, download their app. Just mention the show, Chirp About It Live. I'll be able to service you. All right, with that, great song, Mr. Ian Bamberger.
Appreciate it.
Awesome sauce.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
Thank you.
And I thought, we haven't been back. We haven't been here in the studio for about 3 weeks. I thought we'd be rusty, but we're not. Actually,
No.
We're kicking ass in 2019 already. Our first show. And we're doing it. I love it. And with that, we're also kicking ass because of the two gentlemen we have right before us, Ian. Comedian and author. Very interesting individual.
And multitasker.
And multitasker. Yeah, I can see that. W.T. Ori. Welcome to the show, W.T. Look at that. He's multitasking right
The
now.
honor is all mine. I really appreciate it.
Oh,
And,
my pleasure.
Serendipity served us well.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
right. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now you're an author of a book, of a song and a book.
Yeah.
It's called is it the Prisoner Lampoon, or is it the Wall of a Prison?
No,
What?
it's the Prisoner's Lampoon. This issue is the walls of a prison
Got
cell.
it. All right. So that's what. All right. So that's what it is.
Like, you go to the bathroom, you see For a Good Time, called Joe.
All right.
That's for you, crackhead.
Hey, forget you, buddy.
Or Flush Twice, Long Way to the Kitchen.
Hey.
I spent a few years in a jail cell, and after a while, you look at the walls and you start reading them, and you see some amazing things on the walls. So I said, hey, that guy has something here. What is he doing here?
Right. Is that how the idea for your book for the Prison Lampoon came about?
Well, the Prisoner Lampoon came about because I wrote a show called The Last Comic Standing, and I just wrote out of the blue. I saw a comedian, a fellow alumnus from Harvard, and I said, I can help that young lady. I wrote her. 3 months later, she sends a letter back to me. So I'm laying in my prison cell, and lo and behold, this letter comes back. I'm like, what? Oh, what's your style of comedy? What do you do? And her name was Sierra Cato. She happened to be the editor of the Harvard Lampoon at the time. And I sent her some work, and she asked if she can publish it. And before you know it, I have all these kids from the Harvard Lampoon supporting me. Wow. And I said, maybe, just maybe, this can be the rehabilitative tool I need to transform my life. So I started actually writing comedy, documenting it. Anybody who walked past my prison cell, COs, counselors, other prisoners, I would stop them. Hey, buddy, you got a second? And I would try a sketch piece on them or a stand-up piece on them. And after a while, I got pretty good. I became the porter. See, in a place called Attica, there's no hot water there. So someone has to pour the water 3 times a day for them. So literally I got to perform in front of a captive audience. So whether they liked it or not, I would walk down the gallery telling my jokes. If you laughed, you got some water. If you didn't laugh, get it the way Tyson got his.
Don't you talk about Mike like that.
No.
Yeah, how did Tyson get his water?
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. You're going to get knocked down in a few minutes if you keep talking like that.
But with this particular issue, I had to reach back. This is actually my second issue. I'm working on my new issue now called Paroled. This is called Prison of a Wall Cell. The Walls of a Prison Cell.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys, I wanted to really give them the rehabilitative tools they needed to get back into society. And me personally, I believe most prisoners are spiritually sick or spiritually bankrupt, for lack of a better word. And there's no program that can rehabilitate a soul. It has to come from within. So I wanted them to believe in themselves. And one of the things that really made prisoners happy was getting mails, letters, pictures, or magazines from the outside world. And what really made them happy if they appeared in one. So I said, my God, I might have something here. So I started speaking to guys like, listen, you know how to write jokes, you know how to write jokes. No one knew how to do it. I said, you know how to draw? No one knew how to draw. I said, bro, can you give me a stick figure?
Right.
And the stick figures, became awesome. And I just said, give me some hilarious stuff.
And this one is from R. Rivera.
Yeah, this is R. Rivera. He committed to the project. I worked in the law library for most of my time while incarcerated. So I did a lot of briefs, post-conviction reliefs, habeas corpus, 440 motions, quorum nobis, and things of that nature. So I had access to word processors, computers, and copy machines. And I got these other men interested to them. So then I had a little community. So instead of going out stabbing people, which is what I do.
Hey, put the knife down, buddy.
We decided to write jokes.
Yeah.
Joke. I didn't mean to push the knife in that far.
I love it. And with that, other than being an author, you also are a comedian.
Yeah, it's a great book, though. It's definitely a great book.
It is a great book. Well, yeah, let's not get off the book. Let's stay on the book for a second. How can people find your book?
Well, I tell people to hit me up on Facebook. I don't think they follow directions well. But however, everyone tells me I'm a dinosaur. No one does Facebook. It's Instagram.
Instagram is there.
It's
Twitter.
Twitter. What is that?
I don't know.
I'm going to have to learn these new things. But at the end of the day, you can either hit me up on my email at abandonthieves@gmail.com or williamory30@gmail.com. Or just hit me up on Facebook. I had so many issues. They sell out. I go to a lot of comedy shows, events. I meet with promoters, and I just push it out there. I really don't sell it per se. I just ask for donations so that I can get some more subscriptions to send back into the correctional facilities because I'm trying to build a bridge. I'm trying to heal wounded people.
Wounded people. Yeah. No, that's actually a very great great cause.
Through comedy.
It's great. It's a great cause. Build the bridge.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. What was it like growing up? I'm going to take you back a little bit, or take it back a little bit.
Oh, my God.
Where'd you grow up, number one?
Well, I grew up in Long Island.
Long Island.
Growing up was, actually, I'd have to grade. I grew up with alcoholic parents, and alcoholism's a family disease. It affects and effects people differently. So my personality was molded by it. I used to accused my parents of becoming a thief at a very early age because there were times there was no food in the house. So I would actually go out and steal bologna, cheese, bread. And I thought I was very gifted. Taking back, there was a show called It Takes a Thief by Alexander Monday. I mean, what's his name? Alexander Monday. Yeah, that was the character. Monday, yeah. And I used to actually practice my craft. So, then I thought about when I got a little bit older, if you see a 12-year-old stealing some bologna at a grocery store, what would you guys do? Would you report him or give him a pass?
I would give him a pass.
Take him home and cook it for him.
Well, what if you tell him, I'll buy it for you?
Absolutely. Right. So I figured that somewhere along the lines, I was getting a lot of pass. So I would go in the store with my friends, and they go steal candy, which really was the throw-off, and everyone would follow them. And while I go steal bologna, and I thought that I was good, but in hindsight, I said, you know what? I think someone looked out for me. They gave me a pass and stuff. But, I felt that I was the mother and father of my mother and father and my brothers and sisters. I'm the oldest in the family. So, believe it or not, I had a great life under those circumstances. I had my independence at a very, very early age. I did not have to go to courts to emancipate myself.
Right.
That was done for me. And, life was great.
Life is great. So you grew up in Long Island.
The longest part.
Long Island.
The longest part. So now you're also the founder of Jailhouse Comedy. Let's talk about your comedy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes. Yeah. This is a word I have trouble pronouncing because I'm getting some dental work done, but I believe the word is called genre.
Genre, yeah.
Is that French?
I have no idea.
Genre.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, but when he came upon me, I'm just saying, like, I got these cabins with Baby in the Hood. You know what I mean? I got to get my stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? But he's definitely, we started, he definitely put me on, he's putting me on the map now. But I definitely got to do my part. You know what I mean? But if, like, you know what I'm saying, like, different stuff that I like. But he's definitely the one that he's going to put me out there.
Yeah.
Babies in the Hood is definitely funny.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
But the thing is, we don't sell people's babies in the hood.
I said babies.
We leave
in
the
hood.
babies alone. We love the kids.
I'm babies in the hood. I'm not a crackhead.
We look at the babies. We give them money. We do not take them and
You're
sell them.
You're looking at babies in the hood. See, babies in the hood, I got to get my pamper on, and I got to get my milk bottle, and I got to get my stuff out there. No shirt. I'm in the building. You know what I mean? My Yankee hat. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely in the building. And anytime I put this character together, it's definitely going to work. And I don't want to give it out, but this is definitely the person. Ori is the person that's going to make this happen. So, Crackhead Greg is about to just get off the mic because I'm going to pass it back to Ori.
Thank you, Crackhead.
Question.
Awfully considerate of you.
Somewhat serious question without sounding ignorant. Do you believe that the prison system set up in this country truly rehabilitates everyone who goes in? Is it a system that
No, actually, mass incarceration is an atrocity. Just like the addiction epidemic. Somebody knows someone from your family that's affected or affected by addiction.
Yeah.
There's someone in your family that you probably knows that is affected or affected by incarceration, whether it's a police officer, getting a ticket, going to jail. It's fabric of the American culture.
Yeah.
Now, the prison system in this country is based upon retribution. Retribution has no room for rehabilitation. You follow me? So you ask yourself, you put a prisoner in jail, and then do you want him to come out to be worse or better? Because 95% of all prisoners will get out. They will get out in New York State. There's no death penalty. They have, life without parole, so they won't come out. But do you want that guy to come out worse? Take instance for me. Would you like me to come out just stabbing people randomly? Or would you like me to sit down at this lovely radio show, talk about progressing forward?
Yeah.
You follow me?
Exactly.
Rehabilitation has to come from within. And this is my personal philosophy. I say that they're spiritually bankrupt. They don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in the community. For instance, there were a lot of young men that were involved with gangs. Yeah. And, I had my rough and tuffles with these young men. Yeah. But I realized when I started talking to them, engaging them more, they were lonely. They came from the same life I came from. Alcoholism, crime, corruption, relative deprivation, poverty.
Yeah.
These are tentacles that actually envelope the mass incarceration. So they wanted to be a part of, so they would join these organizations, because we don't call them gangs. We call them organizations in prison. And these organizations would actually give them sneakers, give them clothes, because these men aren't getting visits. Their parents are either alcoholics or crackheads or dope fiends. So they're not getting visits. They're not getting money. They're not getting commissary. They're not getting love. Where's the love?
There's no nourishment for them.
No nourishment. They're like, you look biblically, you look at Jesus, it's the only parable that's in all of the Gospels when he fed 5,000. Me personally, I don't think it was food. I think he fed 5,000 people spiritual nutrients.
Yes.
Because I'm not following no desert without a ham sandwich. I'm following you unless you're giving me something that can motivate me, that can energize me. So what the gangs do, they feed them that spiritual nutrients. Unfortunately, there's a downside to it. You follow me? You have to pay your dues.
Right.
And in prison, they call it taking a plate.
It's really sad, unfortunately, you say that. I mean, last week, I don't know if you heard about this. I believe they're out in Texas, where these two young men accidentally or mistakenly shot the 7-year-old girl.
Yeah, heard about that. Yeah, 7-year-old girl.
Nothing is so disgusting to me.
Do that, yeah.
More than anything. So,
WT,
I'm really proud of what you're doing, and we need more men like you to really help out the youth, because, I mean, these guys are young guys, and their life is over. These guys are 20, 21 years old.
They said that. I read about that they shot that little girl.
And they saw a car. They thought it was a rival from a gang or whatever, and they shot up the car. It was the wrong
And a girl. It was the wrong car.
It wasn't
even
car.
the wrong car. They killed the girl. I thought it was 2 people they killed.
2 people. And the
Two
little
people,
girl,
yeah,
7 years.
yeah.
This
7
is
years
last
old.
week. Days ago.
No good.
Because of gangs. Because these guys, and they're young fellas. These guys are not in their 40s, 30s, 40s, 50s. These are young individuals. And as WT is saying, probably has no direction, has no love, gets no love. And, they're falling into the gangs for love or for direction, which is the wrong type of love and direction.
And that's good why Ori, with the books and stuff, you know what I mean, to have people learn, not to do certain things. It's a good thing.
No, we need more of that. We need more of that.
Good thing. I haven't seen that for me, I haven't seen that in years. Somebody come out, author their own book, and it's like pushing,
Well, round of applause to you, W.
Bravo.
You're doing the right thing. In fact, you've used your experience while being incarcerated, and you came out, and you're looking to make a difference. For those who are out here, and for those who are also in there.
Well, we're speaking of making a difference. Prior to going to prison, I did stand-up comedy also, and you can get on the stage and perform. Now, what's really atrocious, and I want to shift the paradigm, is that we have starving comedians out there that have to actually pay $5 to $14 to get up and perform on the stage.
That's
and
right.
then it's called bringer shows. I bring you,
pay to play.
you and you. $20 for you to get in and 2 drink minimum. So you $25. That's $75. Yeah. And the comedians get in nothing. I don't know what happened to New Yorkers. This is atrocious.
Yeah.
So what I sat and I did my rounds. I paid my dues. I'm doing the open mics. throughout the summer, and I started meeting a bunch of other hungry comics. I said, listen, guys, they're eating off us. They're eating off our plates. We are the talent. Let's get together and let's create our own venues. Let's find a club that's going to sponsor us. And my favorite word, serendipity. I found Club Vale, or Club Vale found me. And the same hungry talent, I have a cast now called A Band of Thieves. It's my new cast, and we're actually getting paid. The promoter, the club owner does not ask us to bring people or any of that garbage. He says, do you perform? We pay you. So this is what it should be. And everyone thinking that you don't. This is how it is. No, it's not like that. If you don't stand up and take a stand and change, it's going to constantly go like that. I don't understand how this happened.
Yeah.
Same thing with music.
Yeah, same.
Oh, it is the same
how
thing?
much you got to pay? How much you got to pay?
Well, luckily I've got some friends who come out, so I'm getting paid a little bit every now I play, but at the same time, you have clubs shutting down all over the city.
What club you go to?
So the Bitter End, Arlene's Grocery, Pianos, Knitting Factory.
Oh, you're working. You're working.
No,
right.
you grind and hustle.
You say you be rapping. You say you be rapping too, right?
Yeah, he's a
I'll drop something at the end of the show, maybe.
I can spit a little bit for something.
We're gonna do that.
Spit something for you.
I can't wait for that.
All right, we're gonna do that in a little bit.
Yeah.
All right,
but yeah,
I'll spit something for y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like he was saying with the the starving part. You know what I'm saying? Like he pulled me in. You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing stand up here and there, but he kind of with his push, like he's kind of like pushing me out, like saying you can do this.
You need
it's
that.
It's like me doing this. I never did this in my life.
Cool.
So I never think that I can get out here and get on this radio show and play as Greg the crackhead or whatever.
You're not playing. You are Greg the crackhead.
Watch your mouth. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this character, whoever it is, but like I'm saying, is that it's a good push and it's a great thing right now because like I had to run to the train. Like this, how much that he wants me to make it.
Right.
And just like Puff did. Puff Daddy did with Biggie and Craig McInerney and You know what I'm saying? Even though, that's another story.
We need that push. Everyone needs that push,
Was that a push or was I really going at you?
No, he was really coming at me. I was like, what? I said, not tonight, motherfucker. I'm smoking.
That's brotherly love. That's
like,
what it is.
He was like, man, you better get on that train right now. I don't know what you're doing. He said, where you at?
I'm going to punch
I'm running down the stairs.
Exactly.
I said, I'm running down the stairs. I ran to the motherfucking train. By the time I got there, I was banging on the glass door. Boom, boom, boom.
Don't leave me.
I was like this. No, the train door open. He told me to go to the train. He must have, there was an escalator. He must have been up the stairs. He's looking for the train, looking for me. I said, boom, boom, boom. Here I go. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we here. But it is a great thing because I do believe that this definitely can work.
Yes. Yeah, well, that's a great message, Crackhead Greg. On a serious note, that is a very good message. And again, I applaud this man for doing what he's doing.
Well, on that note, if you don't mind, let me speak about Urban Life News Magazine.
Yeah, let's speak about
which
that.
I've been promoted to associate editor.
Oh, great!
And I had thank you, and I had the opportunity to interview Donna Hilton. Donna Hilton spent 27 years. For kidnapping and murder, and she was sexually abused by the correctional officers while doing her time.
Yeah.
She came out and wrote a book titled A Little Piece of Light, which was a bestseller.
Good job.
Her book is going to be converted into a movie. Rosario Dawson is going to play the lead.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
In fact, we will have Donna on the show in the very near future. Yeah, I was on the phone with. Thanks to WT. He in fact put me on the phone with Donna yesterday afternoon.
Okay,
so we're working on getting Donna on the show.
And in addition, coming out as convicted felon, it's hard to find work.
It is.
You follow me?
And
it's tough. But when I say people are spiritually wounded or emotionally bankrupt, I fortify myself. So I said, listen, let me put one foot in the other. When one door closes, the next one open. I remember going on an interview at an unnamed company, and I said, maybe this won't work. And next thing you know, I'm sitting in front of a microphone. But
I'll go figure, huh?
Go figure. The next thing about Urban Life News, the magazine guy is phenomenal. He gave me an opportunity. He said, are you willing to work? I got out there. I paid my dues. Fortunately for me, I know how to write a sentence and, put a period at the end of it. So, he gave me an opportunity for no pay, started as an intern, and worked my way up. And I'm honored that an opportunity like this was created because there are a lot of good men and women that need the opportunity. And because of being incarcerated, the stigma is called social stigma. I tell everyone your bid starts when you get out of prison.
That's right.
when you get out of prison. You'll see the doors shut. There's certain houses you can't live, certain apartments, certain credit cards you can't get. And there's this thing called red zoning and redlining. I don't know if you're familiar with the term. One is used for banking, and the other is used by the police department.
Run.
Oh, I love it, man. This was a very informative show. Now, I know Crackhead Greg would like to perform with, do a song with Ian Bamberger. So let's do that before we close out our lovely, amazing show. Yeah, folks. Crackhead Greg and Ian Bamberger. Well, I don't believe so. I think Ian can handle it.
All right, go ahead, Ian. Let's do it.
Hell yeah, dude. We're
gonna. Capitalism. I capitalize off the street wisdom, 40s and bodies, bullets in prison. I'm hopeless. I puff roaches, gun ferocious. Kill or be killed. My average stay focused. Quit style, my pitch style. Shit out, Vex is coming. Harlem well camp, shit outs. Guns stay gunners, haters keep coming. Be running, wonder why. It's not yes, it's not maybe. But if you see me soon driving a Mercedes, you'll all be there to my baby. They never take it. Cause anytime you see me in the streets, I never make it now. Is I'm a comic or what? My man hit the guitar, yo, we laying in the gut, and we say what, why me? Every time why me? Every time why me? Every time they see me, why me? Every time they see me, but on the radio, I'm in the studio, I'm on the radio, hey baby yo, I'm kind of fed, but they call me Crackhead Greg.
I love it.
Fed. Yeah.
Oh, right. That's a great
Ori in the place to be. My man Ori is uptown, Long Island. All right, y'all.
All right. That was a great performance. Folks, I'd just like to thank you all before we end the show. Crackhead Greg, you're certainly welcome back onto the show. You were great tonight, no question about it.
Thank you very much.
Check your pockets before you leave, gentlemen.
I certainly will. I'm going to look out for the mics and the headphones and everything else. W.T. Ori, let me tell you, man, I have to give you a handshake because you are a positive man, positive brother, and you're doing the right thing for the community and for everyone else within New York and the world. So you shine. No question, in my eyes.
And you shine in my life.
Thank you. We shine to each other.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ian Bamberger, my brother, my younger brother, my partner. Man, we're doing it. And let me tell you, we were
love the jacket, Ian.
We're going to kick ass this year. It's 2017.
So,
we have
2017.
2019.
Brother, are you smoking that crack with?
No, he's not.
You know what? He just slipped me some.
I don't share.
2019, we're really going to kick some ass on the show, Chirp About It Live. So, folks, just stay tuned. All right? Make sure you tune in next Tuesday, same time, same place. Chirp About It Live, City World Radio Network, cityworldradio.com.
Yeah.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah.
Honorably in our nation's armed forces, and you're looking for a way to continue serving your fellow veterans in your community, then join AMVETS. Each year, AMVETS members volunteer millions of hours at VA healthcare facilities from coast to coast, helping to improve the lives of their fellow veterans through the VA Voluntary Services Program. AMVETS posts and departments also participate in a wide variety of community service projects ranging from Americanism in our schools to supporting the Special Olympics and Boy Scouts of America. If you no longer wear the uniform today, you can still serve through the AMVETS by joining today at amvets.org.
Hi, I'm Janice Ian. Do you remember how excited you were at the start of summer every year and how the summer just started to drag on after a few months and you couldn't wait to get back to school, see your old friends, make new friends, get new books and a new locker and a clean slate? Well, you should have been excited about music class, too, because that was a special room where you went to sing, perform with your friends, and learn all kinds of interesting stuff about great composers, instruments, different kinds of music and songs. We remember our music teachers because they were so passionate about helping us learn to love music. They helped to spark a love for listening to notes and voices and rhythms that continues to enrich our lives even today. I bet your kids feel the same way about music class. Ask them. And make sure they get involved with music in school and in their lives.
A PSA brought to you by MENC, the National Association for Music Education, and the National Anthem Project, the campaign to restore America's voice through music education. Music, part of a sound education.
Today's entertainment has been brought to you in part by Galito's Restaurant. Galitos specializes in Portuguese cuisine. In addition to these delicacies, Galitos offers pasta, steaks, seafood, and chops. A full-service bar includes wines, beers, and spirits to complement your meal. Galitos offers casual ambiance at the bar or their dining room. Galitos also has a private banquet room for social events with a party package to accommodate your budget. Galitos also offers seasonal cafe seating.